Well, Marco, I guess one day out from the biggest game of the season, how are the boys feeling, and are you seeing a hunger and a determination to succeed from them?
Yes, of course. It's a fantastic feeling to stay one day before an elimination game at Heimarsch. The boys looks pretty good the whole week, and I think it's normal. They are happy to play tomorrow the game against City.
And you've got a rare luxury, a fully fit squad to choose from. Maybe the first time in your 2 years here that you've had that. It must be a nice headache for you to have, I suppose.
That's that's true. But it's good to know. We had the same luxury before the last game in Brisbane, but now we have the experience that Baba is always back, and the other players, they were with the long injuries like Halloran and Milosnic, this kind of Blackwood. They have now a couple of games in their legs. That means they are 100% fit for tomorrow. And I think it's good to know because I think their opponent they have also the best squad available, and that's good for the league that tomorrow two teams with the best teams play against each other.
In your mind, have you settled on a starting 11?
I hope, yeah. I must think about. My decision is always in the morning for the game to make the final decision. And yeah, that's in this case the same.
Given the performance last round, has it been hard to get to that starting 11, or has it been an easy decision?
Always you must think what is the best for the team, what is the best to be successful, and that's the reason to set up the first 11, also to set up the squad. It was really hard to pick up 18 players for the squad. That was the first hard decision. Tomorrow I must set up 16 players for the squad and also the first 11, but it's a good luxury. We had this week a strong competition, and it's good to see that everybody fight for a place in the squad or for a start 11 position. It's good to know for a coach.
So on the selection side of things, obviously Jordan Elsey is now back and fit. Probably one of your, at the start of the season, your first choice centre back. Obviously he's missed quite a few games. Michael Moroney has come in and has done a good job in centre back role. Is that one of the toughest decisions, whether you stick with the winning formula of Moroney in there or you bring back Elsey?
One of my decisions, yeah, but for me it's not really a hard decision because I'm happy that Elsey is back. Also he played a couple of minutes in Brisbane. You know how difficult it was the time before. We had no defender on the bench, and yeah, now it's good that we have an opportunity in which way, whoever, it's good to know that we have alternatives for the back four line.
Have you been impressed with Michael Moroney, the job he's done? Obviously he mainly plays as a right back. He's played I think 8 games or 9 games now as a centre back. You've been obviously happy with the job he's done in that role?
I think I said it in the past. Firstly is Mickey a gentleman as a person, a big gentleman. Secondly, he's a fantastic athlete, a fantastic spottler. He's a role model, that's very important. And thirdly, I'm happy that he settled good in this position because it's not too easy, but he made it very well. And maybe Mickey is one of the most underrated players in the league, but everybody can be happy to have this kind of player in his squad.
What have you learned from Melbourne City over the past 2 years?
Past 2 years, what I learned about him, I think they have always last and this year a fantastic squad. They have fantastic players. For me, one of the best squads in the league. They play a good style. They have a couple of good players. We must be awake and we must be control. They had the luxury to bring a fantastic striker in the winter period and send another fantastic player away. And I think after the last 3 games, we know that we can beat them. Yeah, we know if we are playing our best football, we can beat them, and that's our goal tomorrow. And it's up to us. I think all 3 games, also the game we lost here in Heimarsch, they were very close. I remember the first half we controlled them very good. The only issue was that we didn't score a goal. And tomorrow, we have no other alternative. We have to score 1 goal more than City to reach our next goal. That's the semi-final.
Or win by penalties.
It's also possible, but I think both coaches are happy if you can decide earlier.
Have you practiced spot kicks?
No, not really, because I have the opinion you cannot practice this in the same way. Penalty shootouts is always after 120 minutes. That means the boys are very tired in front of a big crowd, and you cannot simulate. And for me, make not really sense. I know which player is maybe serious to get a penalty if we need tomorrow one, and that's it.
Former Adelaide United player, Riley McGree, obviously coming up against him tomorrow. I think he scored 4 goals in his past 4 games. How tough will he be to stop, and have you analysed this week how you can prevent his impact on the game?
We analyse always the opponent in a good way. I think we are always well prepared. What we need tomorrow, it's a very good teamwork, compactness, because it's not a 1 against 1 against McGree. It's also, they have a couple of good players in the row, the young Harrison, McLaren, the French wingers, very strong and skillful. They have a lot of players. They can score goals from a big distance, as with Bratan, a good header after set piece. I think the whole team is very strong, and to defend offensive lines you need always a disciplined work, a defense work from the whole squad, and it starts from our strikers in front, winger, midfielders, and then you can control this kind of player. McGree is for me a fantastic young Australian player. I like him to play. But it's up to us to control him tomorrow, and I feel comfortable to do this.
You mentioned that the players are relaxed. How are you feeling?
What means are relaxed?
Relaxed?
Yeah, sure. Not really relaxed, but look, if you think about the season, we won the cup. That means we have now the experience to be a champion. That's very important and can be helpful for the finals, because we had the experience to play knockout games under pressure, also in front of our fantastic fans against Sydney in the final. That's one point. And the other point is we reached the finals with a home game. That means the boys did a fantastic job. Depends of the result tomorrow. The season is fantastic. They played always very focused with high energy. They believe and trust in their quality, and I think they have not pressure, but tomorrow is a special day for all of us, also for the opponent teams. Everybody knows if you lose, the season is finished, and everybody will keep going to jump in the semi-finals. And it's a positive pressure, And I said to the boys, look, what can you do for tomorrow? You can, as good if you can, to prepare for tomorrow, and tomorrow in the game, give 100%. And at the end, you need also game luck. You need good decisions. You need a good referee. You need, maybe a little bit better day at the opponent. It's sometimes a lot of luck in the game, and maybe you need a game luck. What we can do tomorrow, it's that we make sure that our support is great, and it's up to us to make the crowd loud. Yeah, that means to play with a lot of passion, to play with a lot of energy, and to stay positive the whole line. And then I think we can have an average or a little bit average with our fans in our back, and that is what we want.
Marco, tomorrow I guess might be your last game as Adelaide United coach. Very likely, even if you win, it could be your last game here at Highmarsh Stadium anyway, in front of your own fans. Will you be emotional at all about that? Maybe tomorrow after the game or during the game?
During the game, for sure not. I think you have no time to think about this. For me, it's the same as for the players. I am very happy that we have the chance to play the elimination game in front of our fantastic fans. We will deliver again. That means we will give them the next present. We have a new goal, that's the semi-final. And after, maybe a little bit emotion, because I had a fantastic time here in Highmarsh. One is sure, it's our last game in Highmarsh for all the boys. And we will say goodbye for this season with the best result we can give our supporters, and that's our goal. And but for me, I'm not in the holiday modus. I think to make tomorrow with the boys a good job, and then keep going in the tournament.